What's going on? How y'all doing? This video gonna be about the artist D'Angelo, and he had a versus, but he had a versus with a party with himself. He's a very talented artist. You know, he debuted back in '95, Brown Sugar, and he's had 3 studio albums, a live album. You know, doesn't put out a lot of music, tours here and there, and is a bit of R&B hermit, kind of like almost like a Howard Hughes type. But I found it very odd, because he doesn't have 9 memorable songs. I give him about 4 or 5, but to have a verses, it got me thinking, if an artist was to do something so I don't know what's the word I want to use, self-absorbed or self-indulgent, I wonder what some artists who have a real catalog would do if they put their 9 songs here and their 9 songs there. I don't know. I was put off by it because versus is supposed to be a friendly, competitive, peer-to-peer battle against somebody. But I know he wasn't going to beat his peers per se, but it would still been entertaining. I mean, D'Angelo, let's look in the 90s, Now, he wouldn't beat R. Kelly, but it would have been interesting. Because they did do You Will Know together. R. Kelly can't do it right now, for obvious reasons, but it would have been kind of interesting. Obviously, D'Angelo and Maxwell, they're very much linked together. Could have been interesting. D'Angelo against Joe, D'Angelo against Brian McKnight. 90s peers. Would have been interesting. But I didn't really understand the self-indulgent verses. I didn't get that. I wish they had some real verses. I wish there was some people still doing some real verses that could be compelling in some interesting cases. But now it's kind of gotten off the ticky-tacky turkey mode, so I don't understand it. But if you think this one made sense, let me know. And if you think you're kind of scratching your head, what was it about, let me know. I like some of his songs. I think Brown Sugar was one of the best songs I heard of the last 25 plus 30 years. I thought he came out really strong, and I think he's very talented guy. When he ain't mumbling and when he puts out more material, I think that's the thing. I think that's the thing that hurt his cause and his case from being more revered and more respected. And then, of course, when he did that How Does It Feel video, he attracted something that he really came to regret, and it took away from his growth as an artist, his musicianship. But I do think he is a talented artist. I just didn't understand this versus thing with him, because I'm like, you're supposed to have somebody else to verse. But anyway, give me your thoughts and takes about the D'Angelo self-verse against himself. And would you like to see some other artists? And when I say others, I'm talking about artists that's got catalogs that could go back and forth. Because if we're going to do a self-indulgent verses, I wonder what the Marvin Gaye one, when he did his duets, and then the solo Marvin Gaye, how that would. Or Michael Jackson's solo career against his Jackson 5 days. I mean, his hits against his hits, if we're going to play that game. But I want to see from an artist that got more going, got really 10 songs to give you. But anyway, give me your thoughts and your takes. And if you think I'm being a hater, tell me. But if you think I'm on to something, let me know. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another. And I expect a little bit more competition. If we're going to do a self-on-self, at least have eras of music that we can debate. That's all I'm saying. I'm out.